What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Everything Bonsai. In today's episode, we're just going to go around doing some updates, showing some of the trees that I had repotted recently. So let's go ahead and start over here. This is my Eastern Red Cedar. I'm kind of styling it as like a slanting style, cascade style, something like that. But this tree's doing real good. You can see the buds coming out. Really strong buds. Look at that one. That bud's real strong. The apex up here is real strong also. So this tree's doing real good. Yeah, most of the trees here are doing pretty good. I haven't had any trees die yet from doing the repots, so that's pretty good. We can go over here. This is one of my little elms. I had thought this little elm, the branches on it, I thought that the branches had died, but it looks like they didn't, and leaves are coming out on the branches, so that's pretty good. Yeah. The apex doesn't look like it's doing so well. The apex might have died, but this little elm is doing good, you know. It's one of the first trees that I repotted on my channel, so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, this tree is doing just fine. There's some real strong buds on it, and it's got a bright future. Yeah, so that's fun. Here's my little Hokkaido elm. This elm is doing good. It's got some real strong buds. Yeah, real strong shoots. Some of those shoots are pretty long. So yeah, this is gonna be a fun tree to work with. This is gonna be a clip and grow style because they're real brittle. So wiring on a tree like this is risky because you can snap the branches pretty easily. But yeah, I think this tree is gonna be real fun and real exciting. I mean, look how tiny those leaves are. Wow. Yeah, that's an awesome tree. Over here we got one of my little junipers. Hasn't really done much. It hasn't really put out any shoots really, but it is alive, and that's exciting. It's a little Kishu juniper. I got two of them, and they're gonna be a fun project. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get out the other one. Here's the other one right here. This one there's roots on the right side, but on the left side there wasn't any roots, so it's gonna be more of like a slanting style, and that'll be real fun. Yeah, it's an exciting tree, but like the other one, the shoots are barely starting. You can see the light green up on top, so they're barely starting to pop. The light green is barely showing. So it's alive and it's starting to grow, so that's good. Let's see what else. There's this elm right here. We didn't show this in a repot video, but this elm used to be one of those S-shaped elms, and I cut the whole top off, and it's growing pretty good now. It's been growing for this is its second year of growing now. It's already grown a year. And this one has some buds coming out also, so that's pretty good. There's a bud right there. Yeah, so this will be a fun project. We can go ahead and do an update on the Japanese black pine. The Japanese black pine is doing good. Not much growth yet. The buds haven't popped, but they are starting to pop. So that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and put this down. So yeah, these buds are starting to pop. You can kind of see they're starting to swell. So far so good on this Japanese black pine. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun tree. What else? Here is the Japanese hemlock. The Japanese hemlock does have some buds popping. It's got a lot of buds popping actually, all over the tree. So that's real good. This is gonna be a fun tree to work with. Yeah. In the last video we did some repotting and we did some trimming, so you guys can go check that out. And so far so good, you know, the buds are coming and it looks healthy. So this will be another fun tree to work with. What else do we have? We have this Dawn Redwood. I don't think there's a video on this, but this Dawn Redwood's doing real good. Now it's got some burn marks. The tips are starting to burn. I don't know why. And some of the tips are starting to shrivel. I don't know why it's doing that. But if you guys know why or have any idea, go ahead and let me know. But this is gonna be another fun tree. I'm excited about this one. What else? Oh, I got the elm, that elm that we went ahead and trimmed up. Off camera, I went ahead and wired some of the branches, and that's what it looks like now. Went ahead and wired some of the branches, and I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. Yep. I went ahead and wired the back branch that we had. So it's got starting of a back branch. So that's exciting. This is gonna be a fun project. Now we got the Trident Maple. This is the Trident Maple, my first tree of my channel. And this Trident Maple is exploding with growth. Look at that. Wow. It's just taking off. This is a tree that I'm just letting it grow so it can thicken up. I want the trunk to get thick, and then the tree will only be about that high. It won't be a super high tree or a super big tree. Most of my trees are gonna be small. I don't really like having big old trees. So that's pretty cool, man. This Trident Maple is taking off. Look how long some of these shoots are. It starts right there, goes all the way up here. This is just in, what, maybe a couple months. So that's pretty cool. Here's one of my junipers. I haven't done anything to this on my channel, but the shoots are going crazy. It's really starting to grow. Look at all that light green. It's really starting to take off. So that's good to see. Here's my Alberta spruce. Buds are still popping here and there. Right now it doesn't really have any buds popping. It's got one right there, but it's doing good. Still alive, still growing, so that's good. Here's my little juniper. There's my little juniper. This one's doing good. It's got some new shoots coming out, so that's doing real good. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun tree. We got some little Portulacaria afras that are growing right here. Here's one of the elm root cuttings. This one hasn't done anything, but this one has taken off. This is one of the root cuttings, and this one right here is growing like crazy. This one has just taken off with growth, so that's cool to see. This is gonna be a fun little mame tree. Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. So that's a fun tree to look out for on the channel. Here's a bougainvillea that I did. This one's growing pretty good. I repotted it and I did a trunk chop on it. And the repot's going good. It's got a little bud coming out down there and it's putting out some new growth. So that's good. What else? a little cotoneaster here. This little cotoneaster is starting to put out some flowers, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, real fun. We got a little willow leaf ficus down here that's doing real good. I went ahead and repotted this a while ago, and I did some trimming, and so far so good. Here's the little jade that we did. We repotted. It's got another bud coming out right here. It's got another bud coming out. So this one is still growing nice. It's got buds coming out everywhere. So this one did well. This is gonna be another fun project. Real fun. What else? We got a juniper in here. Here's a little blue rug juniper. I had repotted this a while ago, and so far so good. It's got some new growth coming out, and it's doing good. This is gonna be a fun tree to work on. I went ahead and put a little twist on it earlier in the year, so that's gonna be real fun. Keep an eye out on this on the channel. Over here we got my ginkgo. The leaves are starting to come out, so that's good. So far so good. This ginkgo has survived its root work that we done on it. And the leaves are coming out pretty small compared to last year when I seen them. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but the leaves are smaller than what they were last year. So we'll just have to wait and find out if that's just how it's gonna grow, or if the tree is just, you know, weaker because of the root work. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on throughout the next months. This little Portula Caryophylla is starting to put on some new growth, so that's good. We went ahead and repotted this and did some root work to this also, and this one is starting to put out some new growth, so that's good. Here's my oak tree right here. My oak tree's right here. This one's putting out a whole bunch of growth. This one's doing real good. It's got a nice little trunk in there, so that's good. Exciting on that. Here's my what is it called? A false holly, like a variegated false holly, something like that. And this is the tree that we went ahead and repotted on the channel. We're gonna go ahead and do some wiring to this tree coming up in the next few days, so keep an eye out for that. That'll be fun. That's a fun little tree to work on right there. Over here we got another barberry. This one is a small little barberry. Not sure where the front is on this tree, but this is a fun little tree that we got working on. Yeah, so keep an eye out on that. We might do a video soon on that. I was gonna repot it, but the leaves had already started to come out, so I wasn't able to do that. Oh, here we go. Here's some little apple seedlings that we got going on. That's pretty cool. I should have made a video on this, but I completely forgot and I wasn't even thinking about it. But from now on, we will go ahead and show the progress of these apple seedlings. And hopefully they grow into a beautiful bonsai, you know? Apple bonsais are real neat. I like their bark, and they're just beautiful trees for bonsai. And this is something to look out for on the channel. This will be real exciting. Here's a little elm cutting that I got in here that's starting to put out some buds. So that'll be fun. Hopefully they keep on growing and we get ourselves a little elm cutting. That'll be real cool. Here we got one of the elms that we did some work on in one of my first videos. And this has just taken off with growth. It's doing real good. Just exploded with growth. So this will be a fun tree to work on in the future. I might do some trimming coming up in the next few days, I'm not sure. Yeah, so this repotting went real good. It's just exploded with growth. So that's something to look out for. We might do a video on this real soon. Yeah, real cool. Awesome tree. Here's my boxwood that we did. Everything is going good so far. Nothing's starting to die. Everything's doing good on that. Here we got the Portulacaria afra. Hasn't really started to put out that much growth, but everything is doing good, you know. It's not dying, it's not shriveling up. So this will be an exciting tree to keep an eye out. Once this starts putting out some growth, we'll go ahead and do some trimming on it. So that'll be real fun. So keep an eye out on that. On the ground over here, we got another, well not another, but we got a Schefflera. This Schefflera is doing real good. This is a neat little tree. It's got a nice little trunk on there. It's got a bunch of shoots coming out, a bunch of new leaves, a bunch of new growth. So this is a fun tree. Keep an eye out on that because we might be doing a video on this real soon. Might do some trimming. Once it starts getting hotter, we might do some defoliation and defoliate the tree, do a little bit of trimming. So keep an eye out on that. So yeah, so that's it for this episode. We were just showing some updates of the trees, and I hope you guys enjoyed. So thank you guys for watching another episode of Everything Bonsai. Have a good day. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment if you guys have any questions, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.